Hi, this is Mrs. Nagel again from the New Providence Middle School High School Media Center, and I'm here today to go over with you how to back up the data on your iPad. Now, there's two ways you can back up your data. The first one is through iCloud, and you want to make sure you know your school Apple ID and password. If you don't know what it is or you don't know the password, please see the building technology specialist or the media specialist at the middle school, high school. So I'm going to check my settings, and I see here that I have my Apple ID set up. I have my email. The iCloud backup will back up Notability, which is an important app that many of the students use. It will back up your photos, so that's important if you're taking any screenshots that you might need. That'll back it up. It'll back up your iPad settings and your notes. So I'm going to look at iCloud here, and it shows me here what's backing up. Now, I can turn things off, so I don't want the news backed up, and I'll keep it on my iPad. And I don't need the stocks. I'm going to say merge, and I'll keep on my iPad. But I do want the calendar, the notes. Home would be fine. Make sure Find My iPad is on. That's important. Then you'll see you'll have different apps that you can back up. Now, I'm going to turn off Pages. I don't really use that. Numbers, and the maps, and the voice memos. Now, Notability is on, and that is important. But I could turn off Zoom, and I could turn off Word. So this is showing what is backed up on my iPad. Now, I want to just talk about Notability because that's an app that's used quite a bit here in New Providence. So when you're in Notability, if you click down here or touch down here on the sprocket, you can see different options. So you can see that you can back up to iCloud. So you want to turn that on, okay? Or you can back up using your Google Drive. So make sure your drive is on, okay? And go to your auto backup, and I'm going to back up to Drive. And you can choose your destination. Maybe you want to make a folder for yourself. If you don't make a new folder, it will make a folder for you in Notability to back up. So I can choose where I want to back it up, and then say back up to Drive, and I'm going to close. And when you make a note, every time you'll see kind of a circle move around, and it'll back it up to iCloud or Google Drive, or you can do both. Sometimes that's just kind of a good backup of a backup. Now, I want to talk a little bit about Google Drive. You don't necessarily need to sign in on the settings, but you will sign in, and you'll see there'll be different options with apps that you can sign in with Google. I want to note something here. You can send things to Drive from your apps too, and that's helpful. If you want to put it in Drive and maybe share it with somebody, a student, or organize it, that's helpful. So I have something here that I'm going to upload for students. So I'm going to do select, okay, and I'm going to hit upload, and I can put it to Drive, okay, and I can choose which folder it's going to go to. All right, so that's an option you can do. You could also email it to yourself, and look, you have other apps. So then you can choose other apps here and so forth. Now, when you send things from Notability, you can choose the format, PDF or Note, or an image. PDF usually works the best. And I'm going to go back. Okay. And I'm going to close Notability. Now, I wanted to also tell you you can use your Google Drive to sign into apps. So I wanted to use Nearpod. I haven't used it yet this school year, so I'm going to go in and take a look. And I can log in with Google. And I'm going to allow, and it's going to choose my account. I'm going to sign in or choose my account, and I can log in using my Google login. Lastly, let's see, I think that's it. So if you have any trouble with your Apple ID, again, please see one of the building technology specialists or media specialists of the middle school, high school. Sometimes students have forgotten their Apple ID password, and we can resend them a temp one, and they can use that. So very important to make sure you have your Apple ID signed in. So that's it for now. Thank you for listening, and good luck.